Hey guys, Rex here, and welcome back to another episode of the Mindful tutorial series. Congrats if you made it all the way this far. This is episode 10. It's going to be the last tutorial before we move into actually botting on servers and showcasing some stuff. And since this is the last episode, I'm just going to ask you guys, if you have any cool bots that you want me to showcase, join my Discord, show me them, and I'd be more than happy to showcase your bots on just about any server on the channel. That said, as always, code in the description. Let's go right into it. This episode, we're going to be migrating our scripts so that they can use actual accounts, because to play on servers, you need actual accounts, if that makes sense, or premium accounts. To do that, we're going to be setting up a file to read from, to read all the account information, and then we're going to actually have the script. So this is how you make the JSON file that's going to have your accounts. Now, this can be one account, it can be multiple accounts, as many as you want. Let me show you guys. I'm going to start with showing you guys how to set up one account, and it's very simple to set up multiple accounts. You're going to create a JSON file that looks exactly like this, and you make sure it's in the same directory, so the same folder as your script you're running. So you have 4 properties: IGN, username, password, and authentication. And just so we're clear, this is a array that within it has a dict, okay? And each dict, or each dictionary, or each whatever you want to call this collection of properties is a different account. Now, these 4 things. The first one, only really important if you care about masking. What is masking? Well, masking is so that when I run my bots on stream, it doesn't show the IGN in the chat log. And so if an admin looks at my stream, it's going to take them far longer than 5 seconds to find my account and ban it, okay? Which, honestly, not a big worry, especially because I've ran bots that are super obvious in game before with 2 admins in a game and I get caught. If you want to read more about it, I made a post about it in my Discord. It's hilarious, the admins nowadays on Hypixel. But you can play on whatever servers, and you should be fairly good unless the staff are crazy about bots for some reason. Anyways, this is more for like streamers and stuff like this, I suppose, or people wanting to make videos. If you're just doing it, if you're alone in your basement botting, then this doesn't really matter too much, but you still want to include it just in case, because I haven't verified if it breaks anything or not if you remove it. I said 3 very important things. Username, password, authentication. Username, this is going to be your email for your account. Password for your account. Authentication is one of 2 things, okay? Either Microsoft or Mojang. Mojang if it's a Mojang account, Microsoft if it's a Microsoft account. I know Microsoft is doing this really weird thing with Schrodinger's migration right now, where some account, well, like, your account isn't migrated until you migrate it, and then it's migrated, if that makes sense. Or like, you don't have to migrate until you migrate. It's weird. Anyways, for those who migrated, put Microsoft. For those who didn't migrate, don't put Microsoft. If you want to add another account, you're going to do comma here, enter. You're going to add a new dictionary, new collection, new whatever you want to call it. Copy paste the template, and you're going to put in the information, okay? But because I only have one account that I'm botting on, I'm going to be doing that. All right. And to the actual script, as always, code down in the description. We have a function here, or not function, an importing a library, which is to read our account information. Super simple. Then down here, our constructor, we added password, our username. We changed it to actually taking the username instead of, which is like an email for an actual account now, not just a random shitter username. And then we also added authentication, I think. Moving on from that, we have our bot init. So create our actual bot instance. So now we actually use the real email and not just some random username. We use an actual password now, and we use an authentication type. Moving on from that, same thing as last time. And here's the important part. Okay, these are the big boy changes. Here we have 2 sections. The first one at the top is going to be reading in all information from the account.json. That's up here. You can just look at this. Might not make sense to you. Doesn't really make sense to me either. But it works, and it like sort of makes sense if you look at it. We're just parsing JSON from reading in it from an async function that is using a URL class object from file and whatever. This is just saying it's a URL, like a local URL. I don't know. It's random shenanigans. Don't worry about it. Just have it in your code. And then down here, previously, if I show you this down at the bottom, we had it looking like this, and we'll change it to this. So it just loops through our accounts and makes bots based on what we have as account information here. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like in game. Alright guys, I'm back. As you guys can see in the top right, I've got a client open, and I went ahead and filled in my information into the account.json. I put in the port number. We're going to run the script now, and you should see I have an account logging in. This is my account that I own. It has the IGN OpenAI, pretty good IGN. And yeah, it works the same as our looker bot. We haven't changed any of the actual function. If I say anything in chat, it'll just say it. Oh, it doesn't do the jumper stuff. Sorry, before I mentioned that, we did include a jumper bot stuff in this because you might not actually want to have your bot running and jumping towards people in a really weird way. So just log chat for now. Anyways, that's it for this episode. As always, click down in the description. There's 2 Discords that you can also find down in the description. There's my Discord if you have trouble with any of my scripts, if you want to learn more regarding to any of my scripts, or really just talk to me or anybody in my community, go ahead and join that. If you need help for like very specific niche Mineflayer stuff that aren't covered in any of my scripts, or if you want to learn past any of my tutorials, go ahead and join the Prismarine.js Discord, which is also, I guess, like the Mineflayer Discord, which you can also find down there. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.